Just happened again. Wow. How you doing, Duff here? Waiting for some GPS sync. You can see in the background my Inmotion V11. We're going to do a quick range test out to Ave Maria and back. Except we're going to do it without a speed cap. Hello? Cindy's saying hi.
How long does it usually take you?
Probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. I should be back just in time for the game, probably. Love you. Bye. Try to connect with Darkness Bot. Okay, battery's at 100%. I just took it off the charger. So now you are on my Insta360 but you are on it with the 4K mod. This is the first time I've ever tried the 4K mod. You know, it's a modular camera design, so I popped off the 360 lens and now I have a 4K lens on here, so we'll see how this is, you know, something different. Okay, so still waiting for my GPS lock to kick in on my GPS. So until it does, I'll let you know when it kicks in. So one of the cool things about the 360 is that not only is it modular, but you can kind of change the way you have stuff oriented. So like right now, I have the LCD display facing me, so I can see what's in frame with the camera. So that's a nice feature as well. A lot of good things about this camera. Okay, I do have GPS sync now. So I probably lost maybe a quarter mile of distance on the GPS, so we'll figure that in at the end. Instead of doing the fixed speed, you know, in the past when I did my range test on the V11, I was keeping a speed more or less at 20 miles an hour. Today I'm just going to ride whatever feels comfortable, which will probably be, you know, closer to 25 miles an hour. And we'll see what kind of numbers we come up with at the end. So I'm leaving the house right around 11 o'clock. The Eagles play the Steelers at 1 p.m., so it behooves me to complete this quicker rather than slower, so I'm back in time for kickoff. I don't think it'll be a problem, but I do want to get there and back ASAP. The NFC East is kind of a joke this year so far. The Eagles, with their surprising win over the 49ers last week, are actually in first place in the division in the NFC East. That was their first win, and they're in first place with a 1-2-1 record. That's how bad the NFC East is this year. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it does not feel like I'm going this fast. Doing about 27 miles an hour, and it feels like a stroll in the park right now. You may notice that I've opted for the goggles over the helmet as opposed to the sunglasses that I normally jam in there. Just something different. It's good and bad. You know, my visibility is really good. It does block the airflow to my face. With you know, temperatures right now about 90 degrees, so that may be an issue as we get deeper into the ride. Right now I feel okay, but you know, the main reason I wanted to do it is because I wanted to look like Mickey from EVX. So you know, that takes precedence over everything else. Yesterday was another ball buster. Late morning I got on the tractor, mowed the grass. Took probably about 2 hours to do it all. And then about 3 o'clock, I got the urge to go get the pressure washer out, the gas pressure washer, because stuff was dirty. I was estimating the work I had to do was going to take about 2 hours, and instead it took about 4. I pressure washed both of our outside sheds. I pressure washed the one wall of the chicken coop that was covered with chicken filth. And then I went around the border of the house and pressure washed all of the castle stones that we use as a border around the house. They get coated with like black mildew over time. And I don't know, it's a couple hundred stones probably in total. Pressure washed all that. The end result of that was I was from about my mid-thighs down, I was totally black, covered with a combination of mud and slime. So yeah, that's how I spent most of my Saturday. Came inside about 7 o'clock. So one thing I was wondering is, you know, with me doing this at a much faster pace than I did in prior range tests, I was curious if I would get the battery low enough that I'd be able to test the go home mode, you know, that Inmotion has been pitching as one of the features of the V11, where basically once you get down to a certain battery percentage, you can enable go home mode, which opens up more. That's a lizard. Wow. It opens up more of the battery pack. It caps you at a slower speed, of course, but allows you to squeeze some more range out of the battery. So we'll see if we get to that point. Of course, I'm anxiously awaiting more information about my Sherman, which I believe, if I remember correctly, it said hopefully will arrive at towards the end of this month, although I have not heard any more updates on it. So I hope that's still on schedule, because I am definitely looking forward to getting my hands on that wheel. Doing rides like this on the Sherman would be a piece of cake. I then have to decide what I want to do about a seat for the wheel. If I'm going to go with Zoom Wheels seat that they've been pushing, or if I'm going to go with the stock seat, the veteran seat that they sell. The one advantage of the veteran seat is it does not obstruct visibility of the top control panel at all, which is kind of appealing to me. So we'll see what we wind up with. I'm not sure. Even though I know this is late, and even though I already did it on Facebook, I wanted to wish a belated happy birthday to Marty. Marty had his 60th birthday this past week. That's a big milestone. So yeah, congrats, dude. You're living the life. Retired by 60 and riding your stable of a dozen EUCs. It's not too bad of a setup. Maybe it'll be me someday. Who knows? This thing feels really, really stable at speed, man. I keep checking my GPS, and I'm doing 28, 29 miles an hour. I'm doing a double take. I'm like, am I really? Wow. Feels much better when the sun goes in. Much, much better. And I just did a quick glance at my, whoops, just hit a lid. Quick glance at my on-wheel battery indicator, and 2 bars are gone already. And we're right about a little over 11 miles. So yeah, we are definitely consuming battery at a faster pace than in my prior range test. But we're also going probably 30 to 40% faster as well. So not surprising, but I might get to dip into go home mode if this continues. We'll see. Okay, we are at the entrance to Ave Maria. It's going to be quite interesting to see what my halfway numbers look like and contrast them to my prior range tests on the V11s. Okay, we go over this bumpy stuff at the beginning, and it's much less annoying on the V11. Those of you that have seen me do this before, you'll see me wincing in pain normally as I'm going over these uneven bricks. And that was a much better experience. Ave Maria. It's Sunday. I don't see a lot of people though. Maybe church services are done already, I guess. Yeah, I guess they would be. Probably close to noon, so. But as is almost always the case, the town is very lightly populated, at least in the areas that I ride. It's a rarity to see people, really. I don't know what it is about me and action cams, but I make them lock up. It just, I sat the camera down here, started to record, and it locked up. Had to remove the battery to get it going again. So, all right, the on-screen battery display on the V11 is down to 2 out of 5 indicators. So that's something. Not necessarily a good thing. Let's see what the Inmotion app says here. Says, where is the actual average speed so far? 25.4 miles an hour. Max speed 32.3 according to the app. 40. It says I'm at 46% battery right now. So okay. So we'll see. I use over half the pack getting here. So let's see what I use going back. We might be testing out go home mode. We'll see. But I'm gonna keep pushing the speed until the wheel tells me it doesn't want to do it anymore. We'll see. So far we've gone a little over 18 miles. Let's see what adventures await on the way back. Gotta love that kickstand. Wonder how long until you see other EC manufacturers ripping that off. I predict not long. I guess I should do a curb job, right? At least one, since this is a suspension wheel and everything. Here we go. There's a few rather plump-looking gray clouds hanging around, and you know I want to avoid that, right? Wow! Oh, I'm looking around, and there's a bunch of them. Shit. Last thing we want to do is repeat the rain performance that did in my first V11. Okay, let's get the thumbnail. One thing is clear, that Inmotion, this is the first Inmotion wheel that has significantly changed the battery management as far as speed throttling goes. You know, I'm into the 40s now, pack-wise, and it's still letting me go 25 miles an hour. I still have not heard a single warning or got any tilt back, so. Oh wow, I'm on the road here leading out of Ave Maria. It's already wet. Like it rained right behind me when I came in, I guess. Oh man, I do not want to be in rain again. I do not want to be in rain. Wet road. Definitely wet. But not raining at the moment. Although when I'm looking in the direction that I have to head to go home, it does not fill me with happy thoughts, because I see an awful lot of gray in the sky. What the heck, it was fine when I left. Man, oh man. Alright, wish me luck. Here we go. Drops. Come on, cut me a break. Although if it does rain hard on me, knowing what I know now, I will be taking additional precautions to try to make sure that any moisture inside the wheel is spun out. So yeah, don't worry about that. I will definitely be doing something if I get caught in a downpour. It's kind of annoying. I don't even have the mic plugged in yet. Down to 1 bar on the V11. And I'm only at 24.5 miles roughly, so there's a good chance we could be testing go home mode. We'll see. Do you remember remember when Marty did his range test on the pre-production V11, and it was doing awesome with like no speed limiting, and then all of a sudden it quickly and suddenly tilted him back? Yeah, look at that tilt back. I was doing about 20, and all of a sudden I heard it talking, and I felt the pedals going, and I slowed down quickly because there's no way you can stay on it here. So I guess we're gonna see if go home mode works, right? That's great. Ay, shit. Let's first let's turn it off. Okay, this is doing like it did for Marty as well. Now it's tilting forward. Yeah, that's the exact same kind of behavior that the pre-production wheel did. Wow. All right. All right, let's see if we can go home. Okay, I turned on riding under low battery. And you heard it, oh look, it's bringing the pedals back. Okay, I'm riding under low battery. It now shows my available battery as 16%. Yeah, this isn't going to last long. All right, well, let's see how far we can go. At least it did level itself out again, which it never did for Marty. So let's see what happens. But I think I should give Cindy a heads up. And actually, Cindy saw the rain coming, so she's actually on her way anyways, but she doesn't know that the battery's low as well. So, all right, let's see how far we can go on this. Okay, I'm rolling along at 14 miles an hour. Feels normal, but man, that tilt back, if you were going fast, like really fast, and didn't realize that you were, on low battery, that could be really dangerous. Just like Marty said in his experience, because that tilt back comes on quick, and it's too severe. It's too severe of an angle. I mean, you need to be able to at least, stay on until you can safely bring the EUC to a stop. And at that angle, you could not stay on it. And just for reference sake, that occurred at about maybe 27.5 miles, somewhere around there. So yeah, aggressive high-speed riding really takes a bite out of the battery. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, it's weird. I was just rolling 18 miles an hour. But I'm paranoid. Believe me, I'm ready. I'm ready to slow down and stop next time it throws me back into that mode. The light is blinking on it, so that's probably not a good thing, but I think I see Cindy ahead. Yeah, so Cindy's almost here, so I think I can make it to the truck. Just happened again. Wow, all right. So, I mean, that only got me about an extra mile until it came back in. All right, so, and Cindy's probably a good quarter mile down the road yet. Now it tilts forward. Yeah, this behavior is very strange. Tilts backward. It just alternates. All right, so we're gonna, until she figures out that I have to walk it. Let's just see what the app says right now. Out of juice. What's that? No, I ran out of battery.
Are you serious?
That's why it's like this. Yeah. 13% battery, and that's where I'm at. All right. What's that? I rode through some light rain, but nothing horrible.
Do you want me to hold the stick while you put that in? Or?
Oh, I'm good. V11's out of battery. Insta 360's almost out of battery. All right, so definitely did not pass that test, huh? We are at 28, a little over, maybe 28 3/4 miles, and it's going in the truck. I'll take the helmet off.
My God.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, that's good, you know. It's good material because it happens, you know.
Well, see, I was going faster this time.
Oh, here.
Still running. So I was going faster, which of course uses battery faster, but I thought that I could still make it, and I could not. So I was only at like 28, a little less than 29 miles when it died. Oh.
So knowing that speed, you
Yep.
know, for that far, that's how it's going to run. So it's good to test the battery.
Yeah. So with the Sherman, I wouldn't have to ever worry about this.
Yeah. But that was the Inmotion?
Yeah.
So it, okay.
I mean, not that I normally ride that far, anyways, but still,
Yeah.
I thought
You do your Ave
I thought it would make it, but obviously I was wrong. So, anyways, guys, let's kind of wrap it up. The V11 definitely needs some speed throttling in order to make it out to Ave Maria and back, for sure. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, say hi to Cindy. If this is your first time visiting the channel, you can think about subscribing. And if you're going to subscribe, you can always hit the notify bell, which is over there, right? Yeah, I think it's over there. And feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. Up until the battery running out, it was a very, very comfortable ride. My feet don't even hurt. The suspension was great, but the battery just will not sustain me at high speeds for that amount of distance. So, lesson learned. So, hope you guys have a great weekend. That's all I have for you for now. And until next time, Duffman out.
I'm in an orange truck, he'll see me, so.
Yeah, I would see you. I ran through some rain, not torrential downpour rain, but I ran through some rain.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's darker, these people drive like crap.
And there's 15 minutes of the Eagles game, so good timing.
Yeah. I was making us arepas and tomato soup, but I turned off the